In many discussions, it so happens that we talk about I'm getting stuck in my career. I don't get a move on. My salary is stuck, and I'm stuck in one working place. I don't have enough options. Then I ask them, what do you do? Well, I'm a computer science engineer. I'm an engineer who working in computer science, and they talk about all that, and then I specifically go into the question, well, what do you work on? I'm a computer science engineer and I work on DevOps, and I work on Chef and other tools. Some people say I work on frameworks. I'm into cloud computing, AWS and Azure and all that. But I tell them that these are tools and frameworks. They don't belong to computer science, although it uses the concepts of computer science, but they are tools and frameworks. And some people tell me that I am Scrum certified, I am Agile certified. All right. These are certifications. Now, what is your area of expertise? These are tools that you use in your area. So let's go slightly deeper. What's your area of expertise? The discussion slightly gets uncomfortable. So then we can prompt them for what area are you working on? For example, are you working on e-commerce? Are you working on web development? Are you working on data science and finance? There has to be some areas. The point is, if you want to grow in your career, if you want to have progress as a technical person, right? If you want to become a manager, director, general manager, vice president, that's a different path. I'm talking about people who want to be technical, who love to be technical, who love to program, who love to get their hands working. So I'm talking about those people. If they say that I'm getting stuck in their career, and I tell them that probably you should choose couple of domains, or at best 3 related domains. You cannot switch between domains all the time and then say that there is no progress in career, right? It's like you are being a midfielder, and then you sometimes you defend and sometimes you attack. So that's not going to work. You have to stick to 1 or 2 options, right? And so I ask them, what's the domain you're working? Okay, I'm into e-commerce, I'm into finance. Okay, so have you focused enough to know about the intricacies of the domain? You cannot, at a couple of years you cannot work for e-commerce, and then another couple of years you cannot work for automotive. This happens for people who work in service organizations all the time. So some people get very uncomfortable when they talk about the domain. Well, they say, I don't have a domain, I only work on computer science. Well, that's right, that's okay, that's a good answer. You don't want to have a domain. Then what is your area of expertise in computer science? What do you really like to do in computer science? Well, I like to program. That's not enough. So if you say that I'm a computer science engineer, you have to choose from couple of these topics, right? You have to be good in databases and programming, or at least if you are into algorithms and data structures, you have to be good in programming, AL and DS. If you are working on compiler design, you should be good in compiler design and theory of computation, or probably if you are working on networking and distributed computing. By the way, cloud computing is a commercial name of distributed computing, which is the original computer science area we are referring to. So when we say cloud computing, it's a very loose term that we use for the classical distributed computing term. So do you know the different laws of distributed computing? Do you know how do different computers in the network get updated? So do you know the problem of consistency? So these are the things you have to focus on when you study the subjects in computer science deeply. For example, the 3 computer networks, distributed computing and cryptography, they go hand in hand. So if you're probably working on system testing, build and all that, probably you should be very good in software engineering and programming as well. So pick 2 or 3 subjects from this list and focus them completely over a 10-year time frame. Then you will see your career progress. Okay, so when you say that I'm working on computer science, it's not that you are saying that I'm working on some tools and frameworks. No. What area of computer science is your favorite? What area are you working on now? Have you focused on it for continuously 5 to 10 years? And then you will see your career progress, right? So this is and if you really want to go to create some of these frameworks, see, we are always users of a framework. So as long as we are users of something, we are not going to climb the ladder very much. So we have to go into the realm of creating something, right? I'm not saying you should create a framework or you should create a completely new tool. I'm saying even in the existing framework or tool while you're working, so you should explore the creative aspect present in your domain. And for that, you definitely need to get a hold on mathematics. So when I say applied, pure mathematics focuses on geometry, algebra, number theory and all that. And at one point, what is pure at one point becomes applied probably a century later or lesser than that. But applied mathematics revolves around linear algebra, statistics and probability, and then linear programming, dynamic programming and all that. So if you really want to focus on couple of subjects of computer science over your lifetime, then you should be good in applied mathematics. And then the concrete mathematics by Don Knuth about the mathematics for computer science. Nowadays we have a lot of courses available on Coursera and MIT courseware and Stanford and other great universities. You find a lot of material to read about mathematics for computer science. So the next time somebody tells you that I'm getting stuck in my career, I want to be technical, so just think about, what are you working on? Are you simply working on tools and frameworks without focusing on the domain, without focusing on the core aspects of computer science, or without focusing on the fountainhead of every area in computer science, which is applied mathematics, right? And some of you may not agree with this point of view, but this is only a perspective and you should give a thought for it. So when you say I'm working on computer science, just ask yourself, are you working on any of these areas that are given here? And what's your favorite? Can you pick a couple of them out of these list of areas which are your favorites? And you should surely try them. Yeah, thanks for listening.